All right, starting up the old R22. I'm going to go out and do a few down auto rotations here, get over Cape Dorado. Turn my locks on live there. So I did some in the R44 here. I figure we might as well give the R22 equal billing. We'll go out and do some full down autos on the R22. It's about the end of the day here. It's been raining all day, so the runways, taxiways are good and wet, so it should slide real easy. Just waiting on the clutch light to go out. So the biggest difference in auto rotation of the R22 and the versus the R44, R22 has much more lightweight blades than the R44. They've got low inertia blades to a greater degree than the R44. And so the excursion rate of the blades, both speeding up and slowing down, is quicker than the R44. So your timing, you know, when you go out practicing doing auto rotations in an R22, you got to be a little bit more on your game on timing so that you don't end up overspeeding or underspeeding the blades. Overspeeding can be a big deal with these. You can actually damage the spindle bearings if you actually enter the auto and had your collective too far down. You were to overspeed the blades, you can actually damage the spindle bearings. All right, so my clutch light's out. I'm going to come up to 75, let the engine warm up a bit here. Have to avoid that yellow lower tail rotor drive shaft resonance range there, so I always warm them up at 75 degrees. So I mentioned earlier, you know, when you lower the collective on a helicopter, you become a gyroplane, basically. Aircraft responds very similar to what the gyroplanes do. However, there's one big difference between the helicopters and the gyroplanes. And I'll put it to you this way. When I come in and land in a gyro, I can actually, by the time I touch down, let's say everything else was equal, I did a power-off approach in a gyro at 65 versus doing a power-off approach at 65 in a helicopter. When I actually touch the wheels down on the gyroplane, my forward motion or my forward speed is considerably less than what it would be in a helicopter, both an R22 or R44. See if you can figure out why. And on one of the auto rotation, we'll do some lesson plans on auto rotations on kind of in a lecture format. I'll explain what the difference is and why, and you'll be impressed at the difference there. So, okay, so we're touching green, all three gauges. Going to roll up to 90% here and get a mag check in. There's about 96%. Left mag looks good. Right mag looks good. All right. I'm going to raise get my horn and my light. That looks good. Now split the needles and reestablish it about 75 here. All right, so door seatbelts are secure. Warning lights are all off except for the governor. We've got plenty of gas for what we're going to be doing. All three gauges in the green. We're on the right frequency on the tower here. Coming off with the cyclic friction. And off with the collective friction. Going to roll up to 90%. Turn on the governor. We are in the air. And Cape Tower, helicopter 90669. It's actually after 5, so tower's closed. Cape Dorado traffic, helicopter 90669 is on the Cape Copters ramp. Going to be departing down Foxtrot, and then a 180 back to the east for Cape Dorado traffic. All right, we'll ease on out of here down Foxtrot. Back to the east, we're going to Just like when they did the R44, we're going to use the Alpha taxiway, slide it onto Alpha taxiway. Alpha taxiway is paved, so the aircraft actually slides a lot better than on the out on the runway. The runway's got the cross cuts in it for kind of disperse the water off, and they really tend to eat up your skid shoes when you do full downs on those. So, going to use a taxiway. All right, carburetor heat full on. Temperatures are well up into the green, looking good. I'm going to use a 65 mile per hour glide in the Autorotations in the R22. 70 for the 44, need a good 65 in the R22. Got a little bit of wind today, so not going to go very far in the old auto here, so coming around, lining up on Alpha taxiway here. Airspeed looks pretty darn good. It's a good 65 right there. Going to enter the auto, so lower the collective, roll the throttle down up just a little bit with the collective. And it looks like we're going to quite make Alpha. So I think what I'll do is abandon this auto. We'll enter a little closer to the runway next time. So. Keep running traffic. Helicopter 90669 is going around, be doing a left-hand pattern back to Alpha taxiway. Keep running traffic. So if you don't like what you see, you're done practice auto rotations, anything doesn't look right to you, airspeed, or you're wondering if you're going to get to the taxiway or anything, just abandon the auto. Abandon the auto, set it up again, and you know, it's a practice auto rotation. You're not forced to have to do it, so just abandon the auto, go around, set it up again. If you're an instructor, nobody's ever showed you how to abandon the auto, that's probably worth doing. And I'll try to include one in here where we actually abandon the auto, and I'll talk you through it. If you don't know how to abandon the auto properly, you can actually overspeed the hell out of the blades, and that's not good. Again, you can brittle the spindle bearings and damage the aircraft. So we're going to get quite a bit closer this time. We'll actually make it to the taxiway. Keep traffic, helicopter 90669, short final, Alpha taxiway, full down auto rotation. All right, a lot closer now. We're going 65. I'm going to enter the auto, so I'm coming down. Roll up just a little bit with the collective. RPM would look pretty good. I'll be damned if we're not going to make it again. Let's try it again here. Abandon that auto. And keep running traffic. Helicopter 90669 is going around, left-hand pattern for Alpha taxiway. Keep running traffic. And just make a big circle here. Get a little closer. I get more wind, I thought. And keep running traffic. Our helicopter 90669 short final.